Okay. Anywho, we're going to get started, and I'm recording for people who want to do this. And you can do this, what we're going to do today, you can do every day if you want. So what we're going to do is we are going to do a power hour because, right, I think a lot of us can say this past week, like maybe even this past like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, like have not been the best for us. And so we're going to take this hour to hit it hard and to start the week right. And I love your bubbler, Mackenzie. Yes. I already had my bubbler today, and I limit myself to one a day. And so for the first 2 minutes, I just want you to grab a piece of paper or a note card or whatever, but write your why. Why are you doing this? Why are you showing up? Like, what is that dream, that vision of going forward? So just take 2 minutes and write your why. Okay, Jess.
Aye.
We are going to do a power hour. So we all start the week off killing it. So we're starting for the next 1 minute and 21 seconds. We're writing our why. Why are we doing this? Okay, 2 minutes is up. Our next thing, we are going to eat that frog. We are going to spend the next 15 minutes inviting. So some things you could invite to, my gals in the teacher group, I'm still inviting to, like, I'm telling girls, like, you can still join our teacher group if you want, because really they can go back and still see the teacher hacks. They can go back and still see the good stuff. You can invite to your mom group. You can invite to challenge groups. I am hitting it hard this week. And my focus is inviting to our coach webinar that is happening on Thursday. Ooh, I was going to talk about that at the beginning and I forgot. But on Thursday, 8 p.m., we're having a coach webinar. We are aiming for an hour or less. Look for more details on that because I'm going to break it out into parts. But hit that hard. I don't know if you saw, but Candace is doing, or not Candace, Andrea is doing a diamond retreat in January. And actually no one, right? Like I'm already diamond, but I have to qualify my 6 weeks. Like everyone starts over. I hope I'm not shouting in your ear. Shane just texted me to tell me I'm yelling. So I'm very sorry if I am screaming at you. I will tone it down. So 15 minutes to invite. Okay, that was 15 minutes. I'm 2 invites short of my goal. Okay, so invite. Okay, so those were invites personal, right? I did a mix of, hi, Elizabeth. Oh, hello. Maybe you recognize me from this weekend, maybe not. The next 5 minutes, we're going to go through and we are going to follow 20 people. And so, does anyone still struggle with figuring out who to follow or anything? Okay. My teacher friends, I follow a lot of teachers. I find teachers and then like luckily ag has like people say teach like hashtag teach ag, but I use those or boutiques I go on. So 5 minutes, follow 20 people. And then when I follow them, I try to, I try to like a post or comment on a post. Okay, that was 5 minutes. Now for 5 minutes, we're going to connect. So reply to stories, comment on stuff. One way I've been connecting that I've really liked is I go to my followers and then I go to the people I most recently followed. You can change it. You just click following and then it lists it. I go to most recent and then I try to watch their stories or go to see if they have posted something recently so I can comment on it and connect with the girls who like I just followed. So that's what I do. Bye. Okay, that was 5 minutes. Now we're going to take 5 minutes and do a public invite, which means you are either posting on your stories an invite, you are making a post that has a very clear call to action. So I'm going to probably take a video and talk about the coaching webinar and end it with a poll. It can also, like, public invite, you could also do, yeah, a poll, a slide, a quiz. Like I've done before, I talk about the different things they get with the total package and which one interests them most, whatever you want to do. But we're going to take 5 minutes and create some sort of public invite. Okay, that was 5 minutes. So now we are going to spend 10 minutes and we are going to follow up. So people who you have connected with in the past, follow up with them, or challengers, follow up with them. Um, a simple message is like, hey, how are things going? Even people I've invited before who have said like, no, it's too busy right now. Or I think of teachers, right, who are like, no, like, school's just starting and it's crazy right now. Or people in college, I just follow up with them and say, hey, how are the first few weeks of school going? How was your first week? Or, how are classes going, or whatever it may be. So we're going to take 10 minutes and we're going to follow up. This includes people who like wanted more details, but then go like opened your message and never replied. Because I've learned some people, me included, genuinely, it's not their purpose. They're not purposely ignoring you. Like sometimes, like me, I open a message and legit forget to respond. So Mackenzie, we are following up for 10 minutes. So people who have done that.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, that was 10 minutes. Now we're just going to take, I almost knocked my water over. 5 minutes and add value to your challenge groups, comment on sweaty selfies, make a post in them, do something to add value to a team page or a challenge group. Okay, that was 5 minutes. So we're finishing just shy. For a true power hour, we do 7 more minutes, but I wanted to have time just to talk a little bit at the end about the webinar that we're going to do on Thursday. So you guys have some good information about that. So if people like ask you about it, you're not like, man, I don't know. So Jess and I went through it. Jess and I went through it this weekend, and it's going to be on Thursday, 8 p.m. I'm going to make a Zoom link for it like now, right? So the thing will say all about coaching webinar. I don't know what you want to call it. All about coaching meeting. I've been calling it a webinar, I guess. I don't know. And it'll say from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. I'm telling everyone we're going to try to keep it to our best, like under an hour, just because I think if you drag it on too long, people aren't going to be interested. If people say they're busy, I think I definitely am going to record it so that we can send it to people, because I understand it's not going to work for everyone. So if someone's like, oh, I'm interested, but I'm busy that night, then I'll say like, don't worry, we're going to record it. I'll send you the link when, after. But make sure then you write their name down somewhere and you don't like lose them in the shuffle and then never send it to them, because that's a missed opportunity. So we are going to have kind of 8 different things we talk about. I actually forgot my thing upstairs, but it kind of starts with coach testimonies. So we're looking for 3 to 5 people who will just give like a quick 3-minute thing about how they got started coaching and why they like coaching. And then we'll break it into sections. So I'm actually going to post those sections in the Facebook group that we have and ask people to claim what they would like to do. And then depending on who we're going to have there, it depends on how many we have to do, right? Because if there's only 3 of us on there, well, then 3 of us are going to have to split them all. But I know my goal this week is to talk about coaching on my stories every single day this week, because I think it's interesting how like people can watch your stories, but maybe like on one day they won't respond to a poll, but then the next day they will, even though they saw it before. I don't know. So just talking about that. I've been putting really clear call to actions in my posts, and then just keep revisiting your goals, right? All of us have goals, and I mean, there's still a good chance you can hit them in the 10 days, right? Like last month, my goal was to hit Success Club 20, and I hit it in less than 7 days. So you think if your goal is Success Club 5 or Success Club 10, you can do that in 10 days. Like you just break it down, right? So if you want to hit Success Club 5, you need 3 people with a challenge pack. So you need to sign someone up with a challenge pack every other day, So it's still attainable. Don't say like, oh, I'm not going to hit my goal, because you're going to. I just listened to a podcast all about manifesting, and like, right, she said she manifested her way to $1 million. Like she literally was like, well, if I want $1 million, I'm going to envision it and I'm going to act like the person who makes $1 million, right? So maybe that means sending more invites. Maybe that means pushing a little harder here this last week, but I know I am really gonna do my, I'm going all in this week and the last few days of the month, because I really want to grow our team these last few weeks. And we're kind of on the downhill slide, right? The last 90 days of the year is coming up, and this is when most people quit. This is when most people are like, man, the holiday season's too hard. But this is when it matters. So does anyone have any questions or anything to add or anything they want to say?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
So I've been inviting people and they've been telling me that they have already Beachbody. And so then I did what you told me before about like asking them if their coach is really working with them or not. Cause I've had one person switch over to me because she didn't know her coach really was and wasn't really working with her. And so then this one gal said that she purchased it through a mutual friend, but she doesn't coach, but she has an accountability group, she thinks. So I don't know where to go with that.
Yeah. So one thing I say is like, well, definitely talk with your coach about getting in their accountability group. If they can't get you in, I have a spot for you.
Okay.
Because that way they put it in their court and maybe they talk to their coach and everything's good. And I've even had people, guys, like, don't ever take it, like, it's always a seed planted. I've had people who have been like, no, I'm in a great support group, like life is good. And then a month later they came to me and said, hey, my coach is quitting coaching because she got a promotion at her job. Can I like switch to you now? You know, so it's like, you never know when that's going to happen, when the coach quits or.
And like this one she's not really a super active coach because she got into Zaya and she's so big into Zaya right now. She's so high up that she's not really. So, okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I correct her on Instagram. So perfect. Any other questions? I wanted to do a power hour because myself, I'm like, if I do my tracker, if I started off with a tracker, I can do this the rest of the week. So honestly, I might just rewatch this call like every night this week. And it's Beachbody Champions page. They literally do these. They have hundreds of these because they do one, I'm pretty sure every single day, or at least every single week, they do a live power hour like this. And I know that helps me like make me get my ish done. So awesome. Okay. Oh, one other question. Okay. Is I was thinking about doing a Rise and Rank pool. So I don't know about anyone else, but like I am someone who's motivated by like competition and like money and stuff like that. And if you aren't, that's fine. That's just me as like my Enneagram 2. That's how I work. And so I thought about in the month of October doing a 30-day Rise and Rank group, and every day kind of similar to that diamond group, right? We'd post our trackers, that kind of stuff. But then each person that wanted to participate, they'd put in, I don't know, $20 or whatever. We'd have a pool, and then anyone who rises in rank, they would split the pot, right? So if, I don't know, for an example, if all 5 of us were here, we put $20 in and only Jess and Mackenzie, hit their next rank, they would split the $100, so they'd each get 50. And I'd probably chip in some too to up the ante, but I don't know. This is an idea I literally randomly had because I see people like on my Facebook have pools all the time, or I think of the 31 people who are like, you buy your raffle tickets and then if you win the prizes and stuff. So I didn't know if people are like not motivated by that at all, so they wouldn't really have any interest in doing it, or if they're like, hey, that might be fun and I would be interested in doing that, or just doing a group or something like that. So you don't have to tell me now. You can think about it and message me. I just thought it might be something fun to be like, I want, because if we got 10 people to do it, I mean, that'd be splitting $200 or whatever. And if 2 people, I mean, hey, an extra $100, I could buy a lot of leggings with that. So, okay. So let me know what you think. I'd love to hear a message and be like, no, don't care for the money part, but I like the idea of doing like a push group in October because I know a lot of people have, like, they want to hit Emerald and stuff. So it'd be fun to do a push group for that or whatever. So I'm going to stop recording. Okay.